How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Shenanacast. This is episode 3, and this is going to be the movie episode, which is a staple here, even though there's only 3 episodes out. Joining me is my co-host, Maddie.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to have you guys listen to us again. And I guess we'll get right into the episode.
I don't know why he decided to make it so awkward.
I'm trying to do that on purpose, I'm trying to make our viewers feel discomfort,
We
you
should do
know.
like the Eric Andre show, where we just have an audience that sends out like 3 pity claps every time we make a goof.
um, well, I do think that we are going to have our first guest next episode, right?
That is true. I'm not going to spoil it,
Okay.
but it is going to be entertaining. But here's the question: should we make it really awkward, just the whole time?
No, I think that when we have the guests come on, we should give like 1 or 2 word responses to everything.
What we should do
Like
is we should cut him off like every single time that he speaks.
be like, "Oh, so how was the thing that you did last week?" Oh, yeah, yeah. I heard it was really good, yeah.
It's like just the most awkward conversations.
Well, no, I think that we should one thing I want to get into doing is like making people rage. Like there's this guy that I watch on TikTok who he sits out in Central Park and he asks people Kamala or Trump, and he just argues what the opposite of whatever they say. And he like makes fake quotes up. Like this guy came over with a hat on and he was like, Kamala Harris actually said, people with hats shouldn't even bother voting for her. And the person's like, she didn't say that. And he's like, yeah, she did in October 2023. And the person's like, can I see the quote? And he's like, no, it's on my phone.
um, have you seen that guy on YouTube? It was a real long time ago where he just recorded people. He just sat down and started recording. And then people are like, "What are you doing?" Like they got really mad. Like, "What are you doing?" He just goes, "I'm recording a video."
Do you know who Infrabren is?
No, enlighten me.
That we're gonna have to like he's one of my favorite YouTube personalities. Um he like just does like weird things. Like he has like these weird catchphrases. Hold on. I wonder if I can pull any for Bren catch. Um, in the video, you should make sure to post a picture of this guy's face
Mm-hmm.
because like he looks like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'll just circle back to this in a little bit once I can find something. Um, but like it's just okay. Okay, one of them is flip me an oxy, aren't you looking foxy?
That's his
He
catchphrase.
also does this thing where it's one of like he just goes up to people and says like he'll be
He's
like,
like Bugs Bunny.
"You have the most beautiful kneecaps I've ever seen." And one of his things that he would do is he would like dip his fingers in like red dye and go up to people in Walmart and be like, "Take a whiff." And he had a fan meetup at a Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
and no joke. So first of all, he looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like he looks like someone you wouldn't want to see in a dark alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
And all of his followers, he passed around a bucket of tuna and a bucket of red dye,
Oh my
and they
goodness.
like went in a circle and went like, "Take a whiff."
So
Like,
I want to dedicate an entire episode to like weird YouTubers. But have you watched McJuggernuggets? like the Psycho series?
No.
Okay, like we have to talk about that because Psycho Family Halloween is by far like my favorite video on YouTube, like number one.
We'll have to check it out.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it 100 times. You have to check it out because it is golden. It is gold.
Well, like one thing that Infra will do that I
Mm-hmm.
think like he'll go into like an Applebee's
Mm-hmm.
and his thing is, can I order off the menu? Like he like wants to order something that's not on the menu, and he'll order like something disgusting.
Yeah.
Like one time he's like, "Can I get a salmon chocolate milkshake? And on the side, can you bring me a small cup of fryer grease?" And they do it. Okay. They make this guy this salmon chocolate smoothie and this cup of fryer grease. And the even grosser part is that he actually eats it.
Ugh. I thought you were
I
just gonna like
know.
walk out.
No, yeah, no, he sits there and eats it. And then like sometimes he'll like bring like framed pictures of people and be like, "This is my buddy Kenneth. Kenneth died on our trip to Alaska, but now he's with me here, enjoying my meal." And the waitress is always like, "Oh, okay."
I actually don't know how I'd react in a situation like that. To be honest, it's
Yeah,
what
like it's.
what do you actually say in a scenario like that?
I mean, it's just awkward. Like this one's really good. So he tells his waiter, um, my buddy. So Kenneth is a reoccurring character in his stories. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he says, my buddy Kenneth has. He managed to get his hands on the key to the morgue tonight, and me and a couple buddies are gonna go head down there and get wild tonight. If you want to come join us.
He says that to the waiter.
Yes. And the waiter is like, "Oh no, I have plans with my kid tonight."
He gives a real response.
But like, I wouldn't let this crazy guy know that I even have kids.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, yeah, it's like, um, I don't even know. Like, I would say anything that's from the truth of my entire life if someone said something like that to me. You know what I mean? It's like why would you give this poor soul like anything to go off on? It's time to jump right into the episode. Today's episode topic, like I said, is going to be movies. And now we're going to start off really simple. Movies we've seen recently, that kind of a thing. And I will start us off with polar opposites. Two movies that I've seen recently is Captain Phillips. Have you ever watched that?
no.
So it's a real life story. Tom Hanks is a captain, and he gets
Why is
abducted.
it? Oh,
And he gets abducted by
yeah.
Somalian pirates.
So is Tom Hanks actually the captain, or is it a different captain?
No, like he's Tom Hanks is an actor.
I know. No, I didn't. I honestly, I kind of forget that people are even actors.
um, but it's
I always
like,
think it happens to them in real life.
but everything is like really realistic, right? It's one of those movies where it's like there's like no real like artistry. It's just like showing you everything like obviously like cinematically filmed, but it's trying to be as realistic as
Yeah.
possible. And they filmed it in a real boat, like a real like cargo boat, and they had like a real military ship to like the sister ship of the real ship that was in the what happened. So like everything's like really like realistic, right? To what
I
actually
don't believe
happened.
that.
Which is really cool. Like 10 out of 10 movie, of course. It drags a little bit, but it's like whatever. To second that, the most recent movie that I've also seen is called Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
And I honestly don't
What's it
really
about?
know how to describe the plot. But basically, there's this gang called the Axe Gang, and they come into this like village and they're trying to like kill everybody. I'm pretty sure, or they're trying to do something. But this really fat guy, he gets a haircut, and I guess it looked too good. So then the guy threatens the entire village, and the whole Axe Gang comes, and they're like, and then like the people in the movie don't like move normally, but they're like when they run really really fast. But it's like Sonic the Hedgehog, where like their legs are moving fast, but nothing else is.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious. You can look up clips right now. It's crazy.
Oh, I will. I will. What's it called?
Kung Fu Hustle.
We need to get like a Joe Rogan Jamie on here.
Lemon Lime, pull that up.
He could do it.
Nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about. For
Um,
context for that little goof, my old roommate, his name was Lemon Lime, and he was a
2004.
goober. Well, he still is a goober. But I haven't seen him in a year or half a year.
Okay, I guess I'll watch. This is the Nighttime Village Attack.
Just look up when they're running.
Kung Fu Hustle running scene. There we go. Huh, that's a girl with her boobs out.
Mm-hmm. My kind of movie.
Okay, well, I just sit through 30 seconds of unskippable ads.
Okay. Thanks, YouTube. Unless those ads are going to
Oh,
me.
it'll never happen. We'll get demonetized. So this movie came out. What?
Oh, right? Are you watching it? I told you.
Yeah. Why is it like that? I mean, it doesn't look terrible because this movie came out in 2004, right?
Well, I think it's supposed to be terrible. Like it's supposed to be like funny. You know,
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be goofy. Um,
Okay, he looks on the knife on his shoulder to see her in the reflection.
I have
It's
no
like
idea.
Roadrunner.
I have no idea what scene you're talking about, to be honest, when you just said that. But
I don't know
I can
either.
guarantee it's hilarious. The whole movie is like that, man. It's like, um, there's like a lot of like really quick gaffs, which I like. As like my kind of movie, like a lot of really quick jokes. Like, there's this scene where he's like trying to find somebody to fight. He goes, you old guy," and then the old guy comes on. He's like jacked. He's like huge, and he goes, "No, you go back." And then he does it again with a little kid, and the same joke happens again. And then there's this
Oh
lady.
yeah, I
Oh,
saw the.
you just see what I was talking about, or do you see the running scene?
I saw a screenshot of the buff scene of the little kid.
That little kid is giant. He might be the strongest little kid I've ever seen in my life.
um. So out of those two movies, which one was your favorite?
See, this is tough because I would recommend Kung Fu Hustle over Captain Phillips, but Captain Phillips is easily a superior movie. So I would say Kung Fu Hustle, to be honest with you, because I had like a way better viewing experience than Captain Phillips. Because Captain Phillips is pretty like, is really in your face with it, right?
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks is really funny because he just like talks normally to the pirates while they have him at like gunpoint with an AK-47.
Hello, everybody. Please release me.
Well, he's like, we have some melons. We didn't finish for breakfast. He's like searching for his crew to kill them, or, like hold them for a hostage.
um, the movies I recently watched two movies. I watched the new Deadpool movie,
Oh, what'd you
and I
think?
watched Pursuit of Happiness.
What'd you think of
I
Deadpool?
it was It was decent. I mean, it wasn't the best movie I've ever seen.
There's
I mean,
definitely a lot of
there were some funny parts.
There's a really funny parts. There's a lot of
Fan
fan
service.
service, like a lot.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if that's necessarily a
Um,
bad thing, to be honest with you.
I'm also not the biggest fan of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out on the Ryan Reynolds flicks, but he's really good as Deadpool. Like, I don't know who else could really play it like that.
Yeah. No, I it's kind of like that scene where in Family Guy when everyone's gonna drown and Peter's like, I didn't really care for The Godfather. Everyone's
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah, that's fair.
That's kind of what I feel like with Ryan Reynolds. Like I don't think he's bad. I just
Ryan Reynolds.
don't really.
No, I 100% feel. Well, it's like he also plays the same character over and over and over again. It's like,
Well, yeah, and now he's kind of gotten to that point where everyone sees him like he has the Walter White effect with Deadpool.
yeah, that's fair. That's super
Like
fair.
Bryan Cranston is only seen as Walter White, and now Ryan Reynolds is only seen as Deadpool.
Have you seen the theory that Walter White and the guy from Malcolm in the Middle are the same person?
Well, then what happened to his other kids?
It's like it's his secret life, or like they said, like Skylar got reconstructive surgery from Kim Wexler. It's like I don't think that's why would she do that?
So I have okay. Why did my roommate just send something in our group chat? It's probably gonna be like, okay, let's see. Oh, never mind. I
Thrilling
text
podcast
that group chat.
content.
No, I text that group chat yesterday, and he just now responded to me.
Wow.
Anyways, the second movie that I've seen lately,
I forgot we were talking about that.
I did too, was The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith.
That's really good. That's a really good movie.
It is pretty. I think that Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. I mean, he's pretty good at acting, I would say. Like, just like guilty pleasure favorite actor. Like, I personally think that Tom Hanks is one of the best actors of all time. Um, but I think that Will Smith is pretty good though too.
My favorite Will Smith moment of my entire life is when his wife Jada Smith went on to his talk show and talked about how much she was in love with Snoop Dogg, or not Snoop Dogg,
Tupac.
Tupac. Yeah, my bad.
Then he went up and smacked Chris Rock over her. Which people really made that a big deal. I don't really see like. I think that people kind of like deify celebrities sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's weird. Like Drake used to get like really like meat road hard.
He still does with like. I like when all the Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff was coming out, it was like people were like all over Drake still. It was he literally made two bad songs. It's like it was real hard to defend him, you know.
Well, I think that whole situation was kind of weird because like everything just stopped.
Yeah, right.
And I heard
Like there was no other round to it.
I heard that their record labels made them stop because Drake was losing money
That makes
and
sense.
they didn't like they were like, "Yeah, you guys can't keep doing this because it's costing us too much money."
That's a really good conspiracy. I
I mean,
haven't heard that.
I don't even think it's a conspiracy. I think that that's probably what happened
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
because
Go ahead.
what? No, go ahead and say what you have to say.
I don't. But even then, it's like there was like the only thing Drake said was, "How are you big stepping in a size 7 men's," referring to Kendrick Lamar being short, and that was really funny. But that's like the only thing he said.
Well, Drake's big thing that he had about Kendrick was that he beats his wife.
Yeah, but it's like Drake. Drake kissed a underage girl on stage, and like
And
And that video's been like in circulation. I don't know, but like, I haven't seen like any videos of like Kendrick doing that. I've seen Dana White.
Well,
I've seen the video of Dana White doing that.
um, you know, you saying that kind of reminded me of something. Um, I
The
always
Pursuit of
like
Happiness.
sometimes I'll no, sometimes I'll make references to people who like did terrible things, and people are like, "Huh?" Like I'll talk about like Timothy McVeigh. Do you know who Timothy McVeigh is?
I do not know who that is, but I've heard the name before.
It's the Oklahoma City bomber. Okay,
Mm, I should
and
probably know who
like
that is.
sometimes people will like freak out at my job, and I'll be like, "Oh, he's gonna be the next Timothy McVeigh," and people are like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Okay." Or if I bring up Michael Vick,
I know who Michael Vick is. That dirty dog.
well, yeah, because you like sports, but nobody else knows.
All right, so after we talked about movies we've seen recently, we're gonna talk about our top three worst movies that we've ever seen. Maddie, would you like to start us off?
Okay, okay. Now, my number one least favorite movie, um, which my girlfriend tried to get me to watch, but I couldn't sit through more than 20 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh
Number
yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
that's a
don't
bad one.
I don't I don't like young Leonardo DiCaprio. I kind of have a grudge because my girlfriend used to have like a crush on him, so I just hate him. And number two, it's not fun. It feels like I'm doing a history assignment when I'm when I'm watching that movie because they talk in old English and they're like, "How doeth my lady?" And so in my brain, I had to be like, "Okay, what does that sentence mean?"
Yeah, you have to like
And then
transcribe every single word.
yeah, like I don't have to like write an essay in my brain about what they're saying in the movie.
Have you watched Romeo and
Okay.
Juliet when Romeo and Juliet are gnomes?
Yes.
So
Uh,
I did not put that on my worst favorite movies, but that's like that's an honorable one because I watched that with my little cousins and it was like
terrible.
I like I've never been the type to be like I could take my own life right now, but that was the closest I've ever been.
um, Number two is Cats 2019.
I've not seen it, thank God.
I watched it because it was popular at the time. People were talking about how bad it was, so I sat down and I watched it. I'm never getting that time back.
I went I was at a thrift store once and I saw Cats the musical on CD, right? So I ended
Uh
up buying it and then I drove to my friend's house and just slipped it underneath his door, then drove away.
huh. I'd like call the police.
I know. I was trying to get him to be like on the basis that it was a threat, right? Um,
Yeah.
but he has never brought it up, even though I feel like I was the most likely suspect for that to happen. He never brought it up with me.
You probably had a camera installed somewhere and
He
wanted to
has a
see if
rig,
you would.
and he sees me fly. I've never thought about that.
Um, Now my number three worst favorite movie, um, Pacific Rim 2.
I've never seen it.
That wasn't the original movie that I had in mind, but I can't think of what it was, so I'm just gonna go to that one. It wasn't as good as the first one. Um, the first one already wasn't that good.
I've never seen the first one either because I heard it was like, well, it was that whole like Transformers era where like everything was like just big and like supposed to be cool, but when you watch it was really boring. You know?
No, I mean the first one was decent. Like it wasn't terrible, but the second one was just a stinker.
Yeah. Is even like an enjoyable watch to like laugh at.
No, it's not bad. It's just kind of like Hollywood slop.
Yeah, it's like you can make a terrible movie if I can laugh at it. That's completely fine. But like if it's just boring, like that's horrible. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that is so much worse than just not trying. Is when you tried hard and it did not work at all. My
Okay.
top
So
three worst movies that I have ever seen. So number one, sorry, my Alexa just went off. So number one is Metal Lords.
what?
It is on Netflix right now, and it is probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Not because it was
Elaborate.
like, not because it was like horrible in design or music or anything like that. It was just so boring, and everybody in that movie is unlikable. So you have this scrawny little kid that's like mad at the world, even though his dad is like rich because he's like metal, right? I guess. And he goes to school and like everybody hates
Okay.
him. And it's like nope. And it's like yeah, well, who wouldn't hate this kid? Like so, like he's getting bullied at this party, right? He gets knocked over, and this kid is playing in a band. And by the way, the metal kid was like making fun of the guy that was playing in a band at a party. He was like, "You can't even play three chords." It's like, shut up, shut your mouth. So he gets knocked over, and like the bully throws him into like the keyboard. And then the same guy who was singing and playing the guitar like helped him up because that's not cool, man. You all right? You all right, man? And then then the metal kid pushes him away and goes, I have more talent in my penis than you do in your entire body, and then like storms away.
Okay.
And it's like, what's wrong with you? And then he's trying to like indoctrinate this kid. Like he's like a loser. He's trying to be cool, so he's just trying to join this band, right? It's like, okay, good for you. And then this kid is just the guitarist and the drummer. And the kid that's being indoctrinated like finds this girl a cello player, and obviously that's the love interest. And then he's like, "Why can't
Uh-huh.
she join her band? Why can't she join our band? She's really good." And he's like, "No girls allowed, dude. Metal's all about the boys. Metal's all about the boys." And he goes, "Okay." And then they have like, and then like the worst, most awkward scene where they're in like this flower van. They're about to have sex, and it's dreadful to watch. Like I've seen like Korean water torture be less like psychologically damaging than this scene in this movie. It's like it is a tough watch. And then like there's a scene where it's like they like shit they take a shit on this dude's car and it's like really gross. And it's just like
Ew.
the whole movie is just like enjoyable. And to be honest, dude, I don't think I even finished it. I think I turned it off,
Really?
but it's ingrained in my memory. And it's like and like every like it's such a nothing movie the whole time. It's just like you're just looking like you're looking more at the like time remaining than you are at the like scenes in the movie, which is never a good sign.
Yeah.
That being said, I implore everybody listening right now to watch that movie because you have to experience what I went through. I really like bad movies, right? The like movies that are just like they didn't even think it was gonna be in the theaters, right? Or like they thought I was gonna be like there for like 3 days, you know?
Yeah.
Like that might be my favorite genre of movies. But I want to talk about that for a different podcast episode. The second worst movie that I've ever seen is Space Jam 2: A New Legacy.
But Big Chungus is in it.
He is in it, and that is the highlight of the film. So on the first episode, I talked about how much I hate cinematic universes now, unless it's mine. Um, so this
Plus,
is so.
cinematic universes
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
are not always the worst thing.
No, they're not, but it's so like oversaturated now.
He's Marvel, but then Marvel's like fallen off.
So Space Jam 2: A New Legacy is literally Warner Bros. Cinematic universe.
It's their slot pit.
And there's a scene where all the bad Warner Bros. Characters are on one side of the court, and all the good ones are on the other side. And it's just a slot fest. They're like, "Oh my god, it's Beetlejuice!" It's like who, like, but like that being said, it might be the most quotable movie in the entire world, dude. Because
Really?
Don Cheadle is the bad guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's just going off. Like he just does not care at all. And there's a scene where LeBron James's son is like going from the goon squad to the toon squad.
No, is that actually a scene?
Oh, look up Space Jam 2 Goon Squad jerseys because the logo is drippy.
Space Jam.
It goes Goon Squad, and the goon is drippy.
Ugh.
Right?
Why are they?
And then like so LeBron James' son is deciding which team he wants to play for at the end. And John Cheadle goes, Tuner Goon, Tuner Goon, Tuner Goon.
And then what happens?
And he joins the Toon Squad. And then Lola Bunny looks disgusting in that movie. Like she looks like the Elephant Man. And it's terrifying. Like her eyes are like an Uber trip away from each other. And it's like everybody in that movie is disgusting. It's like I'm trying to think if there was another really funny scene that I can't remember. But it wasn't funny because they were trying to like make it funny. It was funny because it was horrible. And LeBron James and like LeBron and like LeBron James is like screaming. But this I'm about to do the most perfect like this is a scene from the movie. He's falling from like a great height. He goes, "Oh!
Well,
Oh!"
it's because you can't make a athlete um a what are those people? An actor. Like they're not the same people. It's like Shaq. Like I don't like how Shaq's in every single commercial nowadays.
Have you seen the movie where Shaquille O'Neal was a genie?
Yes.
I need to
Did
watch.
you know that Shaq was actually a rapper?
Yeah, he said Kobe can kiss my ass in a rap song, and it was iconic at the time.
No, he has a song with Biggie that's actually really good.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like MF Doom when he's rapping.
I could see it. Yeah.
It's like obviously his voice is way deeper, but like if you like mess with the audio a little bit and told me that and you made like AI Shaq do perform an MF Doom song, I feel like I would just think it's an MF Doom song. Shaq snit Shaq snitch conditions. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're done.
I know. Cut it at 44 minutes and 23 seconds. Um, what else, man?
So I was out walking with Mr. Lime a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and this is what he said to me. So I was talking to him about how there's some games coming up that I want to like I want to play, like or that came out like that Black Myth Wukong and um. So he tells me, he says, I want to play the Borderlands games,
Mm,
and I was like, oh yeah, so some of them are really good. And he's like, but it's because I want to go see the movie,
mm.
and I'm like, what? I was like, nobody's ever said that.
Well, I feel like if you play, here's the thing about video game movies. If you play the games, there's no real reason to go see the movie.
Exactly.
Like the movies are just an adaptation. Like the Resident Evil movies are nothing like the games, and there's a point for that. Because like,
What's the point?
why would you do that? And like I understand like when people do books because you don't visualize the characters and it's different. But it's like
Yeah.
video games are you're literally playing as the visualized character.
And they're longer too than movies, so what's the point?
Yeah, and it's like That being said, dude, the old Mario live action movie is peak cinema.
Okay, buddy.
I'm kidding. Have you actually watched that movie all the way through?
No.
It's a hard
Have
watch,
you?
dude. It's a hard watch because like the novelty of it like runs out pretty fast and it's funny, and then it's just really boring.
It's almost like something else that happens.
I was just gonna let
Like,
you I was just gonna let you brew with that one for a little bit. I was gonna give you the satisfaction.
cut that out.
No, that's taken, dude.
No, you can. That's no. You have to cut that out.
uh, I'll send you the clip of it, and then no, let's see if you want to cut it out.
Um. So, what's your third pick?
The third worst movie that I've ever seen is the Woody the Woodpecker movie.
Didn't that come out recently? Kind of.
I I I don't know to be. I feel like it's been longer than it feels like, but it was
It
like
was 2004.
it's been 20 years. But it was that had to have been the most boringest movie I've ever seen in my life. And then
That's okay.
um and then the Woody the Woodpecker sells his spirit to the CEO to destroy the woods for like a candy bar or something like that.
Why would he do
I
that?
was like, okay, that is a great message to show all your kids. Sell your
So
beliefs,
he
kids.
sells he actually sells his soul.
So so the CEO family is like moving in and they're trying to like deforest, I guess. And the Woody the Woodpeckers give him a hard time, right? Because it's like it's his home. And this dude just goes up and
Yeah.
he's like, "Have this." And then Woody the Woodpecker's like, "Okay, you can deforest my home now." And then he plays the drums.
Um. There was a movie that I forgot to mention. Hop.
It's called
Do you know
Pop.
that movie?
No, I don't.
Hop. It's
Hop.
about the Easter Bunny.
Oh my god, I do know what you're talking about. That movie's terrible.
It was like an Alvin and the Chipmunks clone that was awful.
Yeah, and then like the Master Duck is like the worst character in history, and he like shits out jelly beans.
Yeah, and like we're supposed to be peddling this to our kids. Like this is where your jelly beans come from.
You know the worst part about that movie was
What?
when I was a real little kid, I thought the bunny was cool.
I think that was the first. No, actually, the first movie I ever saw in theaters was Rango. That was the second one though.
I've never seen
But
Rango.
Rango,
That's been on
that's
my
crazy.
I know that's been on my list for like 5 years to watch now too.
Rango is like one of the best animated movies.
I know I hear that all the time, and it's like I've seen clips. I've seen a lot of clips of it. When I'm like I should watch this movie. But it's like every time like I want to watch it, it's not on anything. But when I don't want to watch it, it's always on everything. And then I'm like, okay, I'll watch Rango. Then it's off on Netflix. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not watching that anymore.
Do you remember? I was talking with Lemon Lime about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember those Choco Nana pancakes?
Mm-mm.
I was just thinking about that, like how like I almost puked when I ate them
Oh, yeah, dude.
at Denny's.
Okay, you're gonna have to give
Like,
you're gonna have to give the context on this one because I remember Lemon Lime was like, you ate like 3 of them. You're about to throw up, and he was like, watch this, and just started like drifting his car. I was like, what are you doing?
oh, okay. So that night, the night before we went, I was up until like 3:30 in the morning.
You have to
Just
give the context for the whole part. The whole thing, dude.
What do you mean?
Like everyone listening isn't gonna know. Or if we had pancakes at Denny's, what's the big whoop?
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm gonna give the whole I'm gonna
Okay,
tell the whole
okay,
story.
okay. I'm sorry.
So I was up until like 3:30 a.m. and we were supposed to go to breakfast, okay? And I text somebody, I text you or Lemon that I wasn't gonna go. And they'll be like, yeah, guys, I can't sleep and I want to make sure I get enough sleep for tomorrow. But then I end up waking up on time anyways. Like I didn't set any alarms, but I wake up on time. So I'm like, okay, I might as well go. So we go to Denny's. It was and like originally it was gonna be like 8 of us who go, but only 4 ended up going.
Mm-hmm.
So I get these things there called Choco Nana pancakes. Okay, chocolate and banana pancakes. Now I have a strong stomach. Okay, I can eat just about anything. You know, I haven't puked in like 6 years at a minimum. Like I don't think I've puked since I was like 4. So I get these pancakes and it's like eating cement. Like
You did not describe
like
it like that to me.
how do I describe it? Like the how
You
like glue?
No, it wasn't cement. It was like you said like sludge or like it was like
Yeah.
I remember being real. I was like, ugh. Like I was eating. You're like, it's like eating sludge. I was like, I'm not hungry anymore.
No, it was like trying to chew through glue. Like it was like solidifying in my mouth and like I had to like drink while I was eating or else I would have like it would have like sealed my mouth shut for eternity. So I'm like, okay guys, I paid for my food first and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and stand outside. So I go and stand outside and I forget that this Denny's is right by the highway. So I open the door, I take a big breath of air, and it's just all car exhaust. So I'm like,
Like,
so then I go like stand on the side of the building and I'm like just leaning against the wall and everyone comes out and I'm like, okay guys, let's get out of here. I think I just need some time to like for my food to settle. So we're gonna drive across the parking lot because it's like this abandoned strip mall that this Denny's is in.
yeah, I was about to say that. I
And
was like, the Denny's was like out of a like post-apocalyptic like comedy because like there was nothing around but the highway, the Denny's, and like a giant strip
a
mall
dollar
with no
with a
buildings.
Dollar General in it.
Yeah, with $1 General, and all the other buildings were like abandoned, and there was no other cars but ours and like the people that were working there. It was like,
And no,
and when we
it
pulled in,
was
we are like, are
there
we in
were
the
some
right
people.
place?
Yeah, no, yeah, I remember we thought it was closed. Um, so we're going to go drive to the Dollar General that is open in the parking lot,
Hmm.
and then we're like, oh wait, it's closed. They open at I think it was like 11. It was like 10:30, and so Mr. Lemon Lime decides to do a U-turn in the parking lot, and I'm already like barely holding on to my guts at this point, and he just does a U-turn. I'm like, I was like, if you do that again, I will actually puke all over your car.
Well, it
And
wasn't a like Michigan U-turn. He spun the wheel and pressed the gas as fast as he possibly could. And like I remember like I've never felt like G forces like that besides like on a roller coaster. Like my head like slammed against the window. I was like, dude, what are you
oh yeah, I remember
doing?
that. And this was like week 3 of school too. Like this was like really early on.
Yeah, we didn't really
Um,
know each other. That was like us getting to know each other that Denny's trip.
yeah.
And then I remember when we were driving
And then we
home, Linkin Park started playing. You're like, my mom likes this song. That
I'm glad that you remembered that. And then we went to Walmart too.
was the same trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because remember we were like taking like a service road, like it was like running alongside the highway. Okay, so I think that now we're supposed to talk about what movies we want to go see that are coming out. Um, I want to go see the new Nixon movie,
I have
or
no
it's
idea
Reagan.
what
It's one of
I
those
have
two.
no idea what that is. Oh, the
Pretty sure it's
president.
Reagan. Yeah, yeah, it's Reagan. My bad.
I did
Um,
not know a Ronald Reagan movie was coming out.
It has 18 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's that. Are you watching because you want to see because it's good, or because you want to see because it's gonna be bad?
I don't. I like history. I just want to see what they have to say.
We're supposed to watch Napoleon together, and that never happened.
Yeah, because you like to dip out of plans.
I do that a lot.
Huh.
A movie that I want to see. This is coming out like in a week. Is the new Beetlejuice movie?
Of course you do.
Listen, man.
Could you be any more stereotypical?
Listen, man. If like any movie character personified me, it would be Beetlejuice.
Like the guy on Howard Stern?
No, the the demon.
So the guy on Howard Stern.
No, I'm not. You know what I like about Beetlejuice is he constantly said that he could beat up Mayweather. He goes, yeah, we fought last week and I beat his ass. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, why would you even say that?
Um, no, I think he died though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
You know, Two Mad died.
Really?
Yeah, he died playing
While playing
Overwatch.
Overwatch?
Yeah,
Hammond specifically? I'm not surprised.
uh,
I
he,
want to see the new Joker movie too.
yeah, I really want to see that. I think that's gonna be. It was really just the shot of the four different colored umbrellas in the sky. I was like, okay, I have to see this. What do
For
you
which
think?
one?
What do you think about Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn? What's your opinions on that?
I don't really care.
I think she's gonna be good, dude. To be honest with you, I think she hit a
Yeah, a little
low
bit
in
more
her life
serious
where
than.
her character's gonna be realistic.
um.
I think she's just gonna put it all out there and be like, "Oh, I actually am insane," but I'm gonna
Yeah,
pretend like I'm
I'm not
acting.
playing a character right now. Yeah, it seems like I'm playing a character, but they just told me to. They just followed me around with a camera for a day, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's just like really good editing where she's just like Joaquin Phoenix is in front of a green screen the entire time, and it's just real footage of Lady Gaga. Yeah, but it's
um,
like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
there was another movie that I saw that was coming out. But there's always movies coming out.
There's not. There, I feel like there's
Really?
been like not a lot of good ones.
Like what?
But I just in general for like movies that have come out in general, it's like I don't know if it's a COVID thing or what, but I feel like just like it's been like a lot less quality.
I could see that. Well, it's the same with a lot of media though nowadays. Like it's just a lot
Yeah, everything's
worse
pretty
than it
just
used to be.
slop.
Yeah. Like that new Star Wars Outlaw game just came out, and one of the top things about it is um
Tough thing about it is what?
it's the best game of 2010.
Meaning if it came out 10 years ago, it'd be the best
Like
game ever.
yeah,
Okay.
but it's not, it but yeah, I think that a lot of games just like are just like that nowadays. Like they're just not as good as people would like them to be, and it just kind of sucks.
I think like a lot of game developers are worrying a lot on graphics right now too. Because that takes a lot of work. And it's like just like years and years alone just for graphics. So when they come out the game, it's like that's what they spend a lot of time doing. But I feel like I'd rather take a game with like okay graphics for like a different art style with a good story and like good gameplay, you know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Well, it's the same with like movies and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard for them to make good animated movies nowadays because they focus too much about how it looks.
Yeah, it's like
Like
I don't care how good the fur on turning red looks. It's like why don't you make the movie good?
Yeah,
Like a hyper realistic Mario mustache is not what I need.
well, like, but then there's movies who can do it, like Spider-Verse,
And they have like a really distinct
but they're
art
not really
style that's going to go on for generations. People are going to talk about, you know.
well, I mean, that movie kind of fell off a little bit, I think.
So next thing we're going to do is this is kind of a callback to our last episode. We are going to rate the appearance
Oh wait,
of
okay, hold on.
mhm, Concord character models, starting with Lennox.
Okay.
This is horrible.
So, just first gut reaction.
Yeah.
4. He looks like he's slimy.
When I had COVID, this is exactly what I look like. Like you can
like
imagine
like he,
like even here, like this is all raggedy. Like you can imagine the pit stains are terrible on this fool.
like he looks like a pervert. Like
And I really don't know what's going on with his life vest. Like I don't know if he's in the high seas or what, or if he's like scared of water.
yeah, he just looks like he'd like carve a hole in the girl's shower to watch him change.
Ugh. Yeah, like they really
But
didn't
yeah,
have to give
I
him like
would
this fur or this like halo jackal like thing right here.
or his pharaoh chin thing.
Yeah, it's like so. Up next is Star Child, which is like a horrible version of Star Lord. And speaking
Who
about,
does he look like?
he was like Vision from Marvel.
No,
You
he
know
looks
who he
like
looks
somebody
like? He
else.
looks like Four Arms from Ben 10.
I could see that. Yeah.
And like I don't know why he's red up here. He's like a bamboon. Like I don't know why he's red up here but blue right here.
Yeah, he's probably like a baboon.
This gun that he has is like not cool. Like he looks like he like beats his children, you know.
He's an angry drunk.
Yeah, he definitely is like, "Where's my beer?" I would.
Yeah, I could see it.
He's cooler than Lennox by like a point, so I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, I would say okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna change Lennox to a 3 and then give him a 4.
Okay. Okay. Up next, I don't even know how to say her name. Hamer.
I think it's Hamar.
So she has the bonus points of looking like this person could actually exist.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what like if she's in her emo phase or what. Like her little garment here. What this is supposed to be, or like anal beads right here. That's kind of gross.
I would say like a 7.
Yeah, she definitely has that like 5 o'clock shadow going on though. You know, and like
I mean,
her collar's
no,
not
I
straight. Like you gotta work that out.
especially compared to like Linux, definitely a 7.
Yeah, I would say 7. That's a good one. Up next is Fallout 4 Protectron.
That one's not bad.
One off is the worst name for a robot that you could have possibly come up with.
Definitely. But the appearance of the character isn't the worst though either.
Like he could only get one off. Like what? That's not threatening. It's like, what's the play on words? Like Call of Duty did this better with Ethan or whatever. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's a horrible number play out and play on words. Like that had been like the first time the like new intern said off the top of his head. And they're like, okay, yeah, we can do that, buddy.
Write that down, write that down.
And I can imagine like if you just pull this little gadget here, he just like combusts. Why is this here?
Yeah, I just
And I can imagine this gun that he's using is horrible in the game if it's a beam gun, you know.
yeah.
And like I think he looks through here. Like I don't know if this is his eye or if this is his eye or if like this is like a targeting thing or something.
I could see that.
Just
Oh yeah, like
I could just fastball a pebble
and
right here and it's I win.
and what's the weapon that he has? Is it like a tractor beam?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. Like I think it's supposed to be like some kind of like literally follow for
Sucking device?
Protectron. Like it's supposed to be something that's harmless, but now it's used as a weapon, like a mining drill or something.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not scared of it, you know.
Okay.
Like nobody's
So
dressing
I
up
would
as
say
this
that,
dude for Halloween.
or as a cosplay.
Yeah, like
Yeah, let me just get into my giant cardboard cylinder.
like it looks like this is like a barrel they use in Breaking Bad to like dispose of bodies.
Yeah.
For me, dude, it's a 2.
Really?
I think it's better than what we've seen,
I, I
but it's still bad.
I would say it's like a 5.
And by the way, these armor plates right here are doing nothing. What is this supposed to do?
Maybe it's to help protect against debris because he's a mining robot.
Maybe. Next up is Vale. She's the coolest one to me because she just looks normal.
Yeah, I would say that she's probably like an 8.
I do think the sniper is pretty cool. I don't know why she couldn't get like a helmet instead of just a baseball cap.
I've seen better snipers.
Well, for sure. But like
It looks like a Nerf gun.
this is way better than this or this. Or God forbid
No,
that.
honestly, I think that one.
This one.
I think that one off's gun looks better than.
The sniper, really?
Yeah.
I don't know why this doesn't have a tripod.
Well, my thing is, okay, so these people are supposed to be like space outlaws, and they live in a place where there's energy weapons. Why in the world are they using ballistic?
Yeah, I don't think this gun is doing much against one
Like
off
one
here.
off? Like it
Yeah.
like clink against his armor.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And she's just wearing like a jumpsuit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right.
No, really, the only thing taking her down is her weapon. I'm just not a big fan of it.
That's fair. So I would say a 9 out of 10.
So what's your rating?
I would say 9 out of 10.
Okay.
What about you?
I like an 8.
That's fair. This is actually my build
Okay.
in real life for everybody watching. And I'm going to be honest.
Got that Among Us character.
I have no idea if this is part of Concord at all. But when I searched up Concord character models, this came up, and it is like I had to.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like this dude's running away from the
How do you-
law.
How do you even get that build
I don't
like
even
that?
I don't even think he can like get through that little tube in the background. And, like, why the hell is he wearing like these? Like, was he gonna go wash the dishes with these gloves? Like, I don't know why he has these on.
No, he's a space outlaw because he died and dashed. Now they're making him wash dishes.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Like, honestly, he doesn't even deserve a rating. Cause like, who spent their 12-hour shift designing this, turned in, and like, oh yeah, this is good. And speaking about bad armor plating,
Well, I think
this is like over his North Face jacket, he has just like one shoulder guard.
Well, it looks like he has that chest thing on there too.
Yeah, his air respirator.
Well, I mean, but also he has 12 pounds of fat to kind of shield his heart, so I think he's okay.
He also has his ski goggles on just in case he gets cold. He doesn't get the wind in his eyes.
In case they start shooting paintballs at him.
Yeah, in case the outlaw gang goes on a ski trip, he's ready. All right.
Okay, okay.
Well, that's gonna do it for the candy tier list.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
And this is like,
That's a lot of candy.
in a lot of these, I have never heard of, to be honest with you. I'm not much of a
Really?
I'm not much of a candy connoisseur as you.
Yeah, I've had I think I've had like almost all the candy on here, if not more than this.
You've had like the spin-offs too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like you had the Milk Duds and the Milk Duds vanilla. All right.
Yeah, I think I've had all the candy on there. Besides, I don't eat mint. So
All right. You still there?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So the first candy on here, I have literally never heard of. Rio Grande. Rio Grande.
It's 100 grand.
100.
They're
Whoops.
come on, man, get it right. I would say it's a solid B tier.
Really. I'll take your word for it.
Hmm.
Three Musketeers is good. I don't care what anybody says.
I would say that they're a B tier, but they're above 100 grand bars.
I would say that too. It's not my first choice, but when it's there, I'm eating it. Controversial opinions. Controversial opinion. I think Airheads is not that good at all.
That is absolutely insane.
It's like like it's good, the flavor, but it's like I would choose like 50 other candies before I'm excited the Airheads is in my candy bag at Halloween.
That see to me, Airheads are like an S.
Really,
Yeah.
that's tough. I do not like Airheads that much. I like the commercials.
Okay. So where are we putting it?
So if you think it's S, I would say it's a low B, high C. So we'll put an A to
We could stick it
compromise.
in A.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. I can't read the label.
Let me see it. Oh, those are good. Those are the Airhead ropes.
Oh, I like those more than Airheads. I forgot those existed.
I would say those are an A for me.
Yeah.
I
I
think that regular Airheads are better, but
I think the ropes are a little better for me. I don't know what my deal is with Airheads. What do you think about Almond Joy?
um I would say those are high C.
I don't mind these to be honest, but I think they're high C also. I know people that hate them,
Yeah, I think that they're
and it's like I think
I
that's
think
kind of a
that
bad
they're
opinion.
yeah,
I,
like they're not the
I
worst,
think they're just
but they're also
different.
not the best.
Yeah. All right, so Altoids is not even a candy, so D, buddy. This is Andy's something. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I don't eat mint. It's mint candy, so
This is literally just a baby bottle.
baby bottle pop.
Do you
I
like
would
them?
say that they're in the same tier as almond joys.
Okay. Baby Ruths are good, but this is literally the same exact thing as Musketeers.
Yeah,
So we'll put it right there. This is just a box with a bunch of twigs next to it. I have no idea what this is.
that's black licorice.
Ugh,
That's like a yeah,
gross. Blow pops.
blow pops. That is a sea candy if ever. Who goes out of their way and eats a sucker?
That's fair. It really is like a time commitment. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know what this is. It's Boston baked beans or something. Something like that.
yeah. I've never had those.
Bottle caps. I don't think you're supposed to eat those.
I think those are like a B.
Like a bunch of aluminum.
No, actually C. C. I'd take that back.
This is controversial. I really like Butterfingers.
Yeah, I think that those are an A.
I think so too. I like Butterfingers a lot though. Like that's a go-to for me sometimes. But there are better candies. So I really like candy corn,
Oh,
but it might just be the novelty of it.
I do too.
You know,
No, I do too. I think that candy corn is also an A.
I hate those big ass pumpkins though. I hate those.
That's kind of a bad opinion. I think that
I
those are pretty good.
I think it's just too much candy corn in one bite. This is a brown bar full of white stuff. I don't know what it is.
I I don't know. I don't know what that is. I can't read it.
Cookie dough
Cookie dough
bites
bites.
are
Those are.
awesome. I love these.
I think that those are like A or B.
This is a if you eat too much,
Okay.
you will get sick though, like pretty fast.
These are
Okay,
so rich.
so Crunch bars might be one of my favorite
Those are
candy
like a
bars of all time.
really.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like I think it might be the Crunch. But
I was gonna put those at like a high C, low B.
I really like these, and I don't know what it is, but I really like them. I want
We
to
can
put
keep it right there
Yeah,
because
I want to put A. I think some of these are better, but this is my little thing right here.
dots are like a C.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I always think I like dots, but when I start eating them, I'm like these are not that good.
Yeah.
These are suckers. D.
No, no. Those are the better suckers. Those ones are above blow pops.
I'm gonna move blow pops to D then.
Yeah.
So these things, I don't know what they're called, but you get them at like Christmas time. I really like these. These truffles is what they're called.
We can stick them. We can stick them at like high C, low B. They're seasonal,
Yeah, I think it
which is
will
their
be.
big thing.
I think gobstoppers are not that good. Another chore to eat.
I would say that they're in a C tier.
Goobers, I have no idea what these are, but this has to be a B tier for the name alone.
I no, I haven't had them, so let's just stick them in Z.
Good. This is like a box of pills. Good in something. Do you know what this is?
I've seen the box before, but I've never had them.
What do you think about gummy bears? What's your opinion on that?
I would say that those are B.
I don't think they're as good.
Okay,
Like, I think there's a lot of hype on them. I think B is a good place.
you should also know that I'm hypercritical of food.
I know,
Um,
dude. I
so
know.
that's why we don't have any S tiers so far.
Um, I feel like gummy bears are one of those snacks you always have but never eat. You just have like in your backpack.
What, gummy bears?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I have M&Ms in my backpack.
you did.
I have some right now. I forgot about them.
I'm glad I reminded you.
Man. Yeah. And they spilled everywhere in it. Man, I'd be so mad. I'd just eat them out of my backpack. No shame.
I had this giant bag of Reese's Pieces in my backpack, and at work, I just kind of like shovel my hand in there and grab a big old handful and start eating them.
I'm
But
not
like,
surprised.
but like it looks like I'm just eating on my like the scraps on at the bottom of my backpack. So this Black Forest, it looks like a cigarette company.
Those are good.
Are they gummy worms? Is that what they are?
No, they're fruit snacks.
Oh, are
They're
they?
like solid A tiers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all fruit snacks are good. What do you think about Heath bars?
I think Heath's are A.
Hershey's milk chocolate. I
Okay.
think I think it's overrated.
I, yeah, I think it's like a C or lower than Heath bars.
I have eaten Hershey's chocolate, and my stomach does not feel good every single time I eat it, just without a s'more. So I don't know what that is. I've never had high chew before, but I've seen it in stores
They're
before.
not good.
Yeah.
They're like D. That's coming from someone who enjoys like chewy candy and like gummy stuff.
What do you think about Kinder eggs?
Kinders, those are like a D. They're not good.
It's way too much, dude. Like it's way too much on your stomach
Yeah,
every
like
single time.
it's a chore to eat those.
It's a chore to eat, and then like when you finish eating it, you hurt. So it's like, why are you giving money to this horrible company? I don't know. I don't know why I just took a
Hershey's
stand right
Kisses.
there. Hershey's Kisses. Hershey's Kisses are way better than Hershey's milk chocolate. I feel like.
Yeah,
B-Ray.
I would say B.
I think A for like the easiness of it. You just pop one, and it's like your craving is over, you know. But like it's not that many calories. But I think overall, like
Yeah,
if you're a candy connoisseur, it's easily a B tier. All right, so this is gonna get
I
rough,
could see
dude,
that.
because Kit Kat is my favorite candy of all
Ki-
time.
I would say that can go in S.
Yeah, I love Kit Kats a lot. I don't really like all the variations of them, to be honest with you. But original
The
OG
dark
Kit
chocolate
Kat,
ones are pretty good.
dark chocolate, and I think the white chocolate ones are right. But Kit Kat's like when you're done eating it, like you don't feel like stuffed, right? It's just like a good snack.
Yeah.
So okay, so Krabby Patty
Um,
sliders. This is novelty and nothing else to me.
I think that they're all right. The pickles on them were pretty good.
I feel like every single other like gummy candy is way better. Like, this one's really bland.
Um, I would say they're like a C.
That's fair. I feel like they were just as good as dots. All right, controversial. I'm not like a big lemon person, but I do know lemon lime loves these.
Really?
I don't know. I'll just assume.
I think that those are like a D.
Yeah, these suck, dude. They're so like either like you're senile or like you don't have any taste buds if you enjoy these.
You were born during the um Great Depression.
Yeah,
If you like those.
yeah, like maybe if you yeah, exactly. Maybe in World War II these were like the jam, but like in today's day and age, these suck. Okay, dude. So I really like Mike and Ike's.
I
Per-
like the sour ones.
Pretty under the radar candy, by the way, too. Like underrated consistently.
Actually, one of my vending machines has Mike and Ike's in it.
Really.
M&M's, I would say that's an A.
Personally, this is an S, but I'll put it A.
We could stick it at S.
What'd you say?
S is fine.
Okay, the reason I was gonna leave it at A because peanut M&Ms are peak candy to me.
No, peanut butter M&Ms are better though.
That's fair, but they're not on here. But you're right. Peanuts were the OG, dude. Like this is the ultimate like car ride snack to me.
That's okay.
I
I
love
mean,
them.
if you want to, I put Mama's at S. You can put that at S.
Overall, regular M&Ms might be better. If peanut M&Ms were on here, they would be way better. Mystery Good Bar, I've never had it, but I see it all the time.
They're all right. They're like a B. The most like mid candy.
I don't know why they got such like a cinematic picture for whatever this is. Are they like what are they?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
And nerds are terrible. I hate nerds so much.
Really?
Yeah, I hate them.
I would say that I would say that they're like a C.
I'll put SC. Nerds Rope is way better though to me.
Oh yeah, is that what those are?
Yeah,
I would say that those are high A or a low
yeah.
S.
Oh, for sure. We'll leave it at high A for now. If we don't have a lot in S tier, we'll move it up because these are really good. Are these Starbursts?
I don't think so. They might be.
I'm just gonna. I don't know what those are. Reese's Pieces cups. I don't know why they chose this one, not just regular Reese's. I'm a
The
suck.
cups, I would say those are
I'm a sucker for peanut butter.
those. Yeah, those might be an A or an S.
I think personally, I think these are A, but Reese's Pieces, if they're on the list, it would be an S.
No,
You think the opposite?
I th- I think cups are better than pieces. Honestly, I think that pieces are like B. I don't like Reese's Pieces.
Wow, that's interesting. The cups are just heavy on your stomach. You know, like if you have like two of the regular ones, you're like, ugh.
Oh yeah, like well, I feel like every time I eat a Reese's cup, I gain 5 pounds.
Exactly. Like it's like, and it like digests in like 2 seconds too. It goes right to your sugar. It's like, oh, why are you even eating at that
don't
point?
don't leave that line in.
I'm leaving that one in. Skittles.
A minimum. They're just iconic.
Yeah, they are iconic. I would say high A, but not higher than all these things we have in front of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe better than Nerds Ropes. That's a decision. So I really like Snickers, and I feel like it's still underrated.
I think they're like B.
I used to steal these from my old work a lot.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, I would say there.
Snow caps?
I've never had them.
Neither have I.
Spree sounds like a term for cocaine.
Those are so good. Those are an S.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, man.
When I was when I was younger, I would eat those until like I was about to go into like a diabetic coma.
Wow.
Like I would eat so many of them at a time where I would like go lay in bed until my pancreas recovered from processing all the sugar.
You're gonna be like Bane, dude. You're gonna
And
inject it straight into your veins.
I had to stop buying those because I would eat too many of them.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I've done that with tortellini
Try them
before.
sometime.
Lemon lime turned me on to Swedish fish.
They're good.
I know I haven't really
Those
had
are like
them.
an S.
And like when I was looking at them, like I was like, oh, there's gonna be those stupid hard like chewy candies, but these are good, dude. Like these are really really good. Easy yes.
Is they came out with like blue versions of them. Those are really good.
So he had like a giant bag of these in our dorm room, and it was like his bag of candy, and I ate half of it. Sweet tarts. I have no idea what this is.
Those are an A. I would also eat those until I would like go into diabetic comas.
I believe it, man.
I
Trolley,
think that trolley gummy worms are like a B, high B, low A. Twix are
Twix.
like an S.
Yeah, Twix are really good. Okay, this is decisive because I really like these guys right here.
I hate mint.
I know you do, but like
I would
this is
just stick them
easily
wherever.
this is easily A tier for me.
Okay, as long as it doesn't contaminate S, I don't care.
And zero, that's the score they're getting. D tier.
I think I'm pretty good with all that. I think that M&M should stay there. I think that Reese's should go up.
I see that. I feel like Reese's are just as good as Twix, so that's fair.
Yeah,
Butterfingers is a
like, but I'd
really good
rather
A.
have.
That's a really good precedent for A. Do you want to move Skittles up, or you
Um,
want to keep it as where it is?
I think that those are the most solid A candy on there.
That's fair. I don't think they're as good as anything. But yeah, man, I think this is pretty good. There's a lot that
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty content where everything's at.
this really shows how much like bad candy there is too. Like step up your game.
Yeah. Well, I think that people just have different tastes. Like I'm sure that some people would stick peanut M&Ms in like D tier.
Yeah, I really like peanut M&Ms, dude. I don't know what it is about it.
Not surprised.
I'm not a big like sour candy, like this kind of like sweet gummy candy either. I think you're way more into that than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my biggest vice, man. I can't stop eating candy.
Thank you everybody for
I'm
watching.
probably gonna need to get my bad. Restart.
Thank you everybody for watching Shenanacast. This is the third episode. You can reach out to my Twitter, Mingo_99. And when this episode comes out, the social media will be out. The TikTok, the Instagram, anything you can think about will be out. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Maybe subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, leave a review, save it to whatever, and like it. Maddie, is there anything you want to add?
Also check out our account on Truth Social. Um, we'll be having an account on there too.
um,
All right, everybody. Have a good night or day or whenever you're listening, and um, I'll see you later.
bye bye.